Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my patrons and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're going to do a blind reading on what is going on on Sunday. Apparently there is an NFL or some sort of sporting event on Sunday. I'm not a sports guy, so I know nothing about it. But apparently a lot of you guys have been saying that 45 is attending that event. I know you guys been feeling some sort of voodoo or like whatever, some bad energy. So I'm gonna take a quick look and kind of see what's going on there, see if I see anything. Personally, I'm gonna tell you right now, intuitively, I don't feel anything there. But when it comes to the actual sport team, the Chiefs, I think it's called the Kansas Chiefs. I have no idea. But when I heard the name, I was like, oh, something definitely going on only within that team. So we're gonna take a quick look at the blind reading. I really don't know anything about sports, so bear with me here. But I'm just gonna tell you straight up of what I get, and if there's anything there remaining. I don't really feel anything, but we're gonna go take a quick look, and we'll see what happens. Okay, this video is being recorded on none other than Friday, February 7th at 12:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as of when I am recording this. If you have not already, go check out my other videos. A lot of you guys have not watched it, which is okay, because you guys have a lot of new content to sit back and enjoy and just watch. So whenever you're ready, you can go and do that. I highly recommend you go do that because there's a lot of great content, and I think that you're gonna at least have it's like a Netflix series. So anyway, I'll probably say about next week we're going to be covering what happened to Elon Musk and what do I see for him and what's the end for him. But I want to be able to talk about the story leading up to the ending because it would be kind of counterintuitive to just do what I'm getting and then stop it and say, oh, this is what happened to Elon. No, we got to go into the story and build it and then how he finishes off. That's really what we need to find off and understand because a lot of all my episodes and all my videos are all connected one after the other after the other. Everything is all simultaneously connected because this is a celestial channel. So everything is connected the way the universe is. So everything has to be flowing into the next episode, into the next. That's why it's important to always watch all my videos because when you watch all the videos and you watch them back, they have Easter eggs in there. So, for example, you watch it for the say specific topic, then you go and rewatch it. You find a different topic that I'm talking about, but I myself don't even know I'm talking about a different topic. But that's how my guys work. And sometimes I give you encrypted messages, so when you're going back and watch my videos, you see different messages that you might have missed when you first originally watched it. So, for example, we were talking about the COVID vaccines back in 2021. And as I was talking about the COVID vaccines, I was also talking about abortion and women's rights being taken away simultaneously in the same video, but we both would have never gotten that had what to call it, had we not experienced that or seen it. But when you go rewatch some of the videos, it is encrypted messages. So I figured that might be cool. That might be up some of your alley if you ever want to be doing that or consider that. Definitely go check that out. Anyway, this video, like I said, is being recorded on Friday, Friday, February 7th. I don't know why I can't speak, but there's that. This video, again, is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only. Go to the timestamp in the description below if you just want to skip ahead. But if you want to help out the channel grow, I highly recommend you go do so. IV help, anything can help the channel. I do appreciate you. I'm more concerned about getting the message out. I don't really care about subscribers. I don't care about money. I just want you guys to be able to see the message. That's all. Anyway, you can do so by liking, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, commenting in the comment section below, or watching this video longer than normal, and you tell the algorithm, hey, I like his content, show me more. Plus, you'll also be shown other second tarot card readers and astrologers as well. So, if that's up to your alley, please do so. I hope that's all. All right, let's begin. I don't want to waste your time. This is way too long of an intro even for me. I have a very short attention span. Spirit, how do you suggest we do this? Okay, so they're saying that I should start with this original Rider-Waite Tarot deck. The first thing I can tell you right now, I'm getting something in my gut, specifically in the root chakra and the sacral chakra, which means I feel. Which means that this, whatever's going on Sunday, it's going to be all about who the person is and how they feel. So I guess that's how we're going to approach it in this reading. We're going to try and approach it. I'm seeing like, if you're feeling very negative and you're very hateful, that's who you are. And so we're going to see what has more dominance on Sunday. Okay, Spirit Angel, tell me. on Sunday during a football game, I think, or a sporting event. 45 is attending. Felling 45. Is there anything going on that day on Sunday with Felling 45, especially the fact that he's attending a sporting event? Okay, I'm hearing the president is down. The president is down. But I don't. Again, like I said, I don't feel like something major. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I don't feel like something major is happening. Like I said this earlier, what I felt personally is going to be independent from the cards itself. When I feel like something major is not happening. But when you look at the sheet, team thing, whatever is going on, it's a symbolic of what's going on with 45. So maybe we need to not pay attention to 45, maybe pay attention to the team that's playing, because that's going to foreshadow the 45 presidency is what I'm getting. Let's go and take a look and see what the cards are saying. Okay, let's see. Alright, so the first card that comes up in the center of the reading, we all know, is the Tower card, which is definitely not the card that you want to get, especially if you're asking if something major is going to be happening this day. Now, normally when this is upright, that means a major event. This is reversed, which tells me this is a minor event, which means something may happen, but it's not to a grandeur scale. Here we have the incumbent on the left side here, which is this is the card that always resembles to me the party in power, the incumbency. This is the King of Swords. And in this aspect here, it is telling me that the person, the president, is there currently at this game. Right? That's why it's in the past tense, because he is the president. However, on the right side, though, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed, which indicates a loss of power, because this person is sitting on the chair trying to hold on to the coin, trying to prevent a loss of power. Now, this is reversed, which is indicative because it means that they lost power. They were not able to hold on during the transition from this moment. So I feel, now that I'm getting in the cards now, and I'm just telling you what I feel from the cards, not from my personal opinion, I'm getting that what's going to happen on Sunday, that major event's going to happen. It's not going to be something you might not be told. But whatever's happening here, 45 is going to start shifting. I don't know what that means. I don't know why I said that. But he's going to start shifting on this day. Something is happening that is going to start changing the trajectory of where we're currently heading now. This is going to be that major momentum. This is the energy of where we're heading. Underneath the Tower card here, we have the Two of Cups. I feel personally, getting from this card is that this is a loss of connection in some way. There's a loss of connection. There's a loss of connection. And on the top of here, we have the Death card, which means change, rebirth, transformation, going, an end of something and start of a new. What is the bottom of the deck here? We have the Ten of Swords. We have here the Five of Pentacles. You want to know what I'm getting when I saw this? At first, it wasn't a good card, but then I saw this, and the first thing I got was the end of the illusion. So I guess the NFL is the end of an illusion. It almost feels like, for me, like 45 is ending that illusion that he's casting, and he's gonna start to become more who he really is out in the open. It's gonna be more obvious. Now, what could that mean? That could mean an actual attempt, and he dies croak, and you see his body being dragged away, and blah blah. And that could be what that means. But in metaphysical sense, it seems more of like the spell that he casts upon himself, the way people perceive him, that illusion starts to dissipate on Sunday. So something's happening that dissipates 45 illusion, like the illusion starts to slowly drop. And on top of that, we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is family from all different people. So these are people at the stadium. I'm physically seeing the stadium here. And here is 45, the devil. right? And he's on the other side, he's on the right side. And what's in the center, we have the King of Cups. And this is somebody who is stable among the midst of chaos. So it feels like to me that if just say something physically was to happen to 45, he will be fine. But I'm seeing a lot of chaos here, and he is being surrounded, and there's chaos among him. But he himself is not chaotic. So let's see. Let's take a look. You see that here, right? You have this leader here, and you have chaos all around. Now, I also got, God forbid something does happen, this will be the card that represents J.D. Vance, the King of Cups. He will be sworn in as president under this specific card if this was to play out as the cards are looking. Now, I don't necessarily say I feel like he's dying, but we're going to ask the next set of questions because I feel like in order for us to be able to understand what is at play here, we need to understand that. I do feel it could be related to a heart attack. And I did do my YouTube video on, Trump's health over the next 7 months. And around this time till March, he's going to experience some sort of major health issues, and he's going to have to go through surgery sometime in July of this year. But I would highly recommend you go watch that video because I'm really just telling you off the top of my head. I don't really remember much of what I said. Okay, so Spirits and Angels tell me, is 45 going to pass away on Sunday? Here's the challenge. We have a Ten of Pentacles family, the Magician. It's like the challenge is the Magician. It feels like someone else is calling the shots, not him. So whatever happened, if something were to happen, it would not be because it was for show. Like this would actually be real. That's the thing. Like it would be real. What's the bottom of the deck? We have here the Knight of Wands escaping or going somewhere, and then we have his trouble. So possibly he could face some sort of health crisis from the past that's going to reemerge that we did not see, but it's going to be a major scandal in the government. So I wonder if maybe it might not be him physically dying, but maybe that illusion that he cast, maybe possibly the illusion is his health. And maybe you'll start to see some sort of health issues start to be really shown and be really obvious on Sunday. Could be that as well. Could be multiple interpretations on how this could play out. Because I'm just reading you the energy. I'm not predicting. I'm just reading you the energy and telling you if this is the likely path. This is how this will probably play out. Now, the first card is we're getting is reacting. Well, is 45 going to die on Sunday? I personally say no. But here is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is still talking about in front of a stadium, a large group of people. And here you have the Magician challenging that. The Magician, what acting was 45 going to? It's iffy. And here's why it's iffy. Because 45, as we've talked about in the past, delved into black magic. He delved into manipulating timelines. And we'll talk about this in another video with Elon Musk and all those people and how it came to be. And it's going to be a whole series. Trust me, we're going to do a whole series on this. There's a lot to uncover. But the Magician is essentially saying that time is catching up to him, and not even time, punishment is. But I don't think that they will allow him to go as easy as you would think. So no, I'm going to say no to death. But a health crisis, yeah, pretty more likely. On the left side here, we have the Page of Pentacles, which means an opportunity of the past, the ability to hide the evidence, something that's been shown. I'm getting like a kidney stone or some sort of ball in his body, like maybe like a tumor or something like that. That was there, got a little notice, but then it went unnoticed because it disappeared and then it just reappeared, and now it's a massive mass or whatever. But it is something that reappeared from this past that he looked at in terms of his health, and it reappeared and it's getting larger. And now, on the right side, though, we have something being uprooted, the way of doing things, his lifestyle, the way he does things, the way he talks, maybe. That could be uprooted. I'm also getting some issues in the thyroid region. So maybe it's just possibly, what's it called? I'm hearing him sound like, I'm hearing like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. speaking. It's like that raspy voice. It's kind of like what it feels like. Under, though, we have 45. And then we have the person who might attempt this. Here we have the hermit, darkness among the light, and is facing his past, right? Is facing his past, which means that if something was to happen, it would, and it would be because this card would indicate somebody planning premeditation, trying to get it in, trying to get it to work. But this doesn't feel like a work of somebody. It feels like nature's planning, like nature just allowing this to happen, and it's going to start to catch up to him because again, that dark magic type energy. When you start delving in dark magic, you start taking on karmic points, and once you reach a certain amount of karmic point, it starts hurting you, and that's exactly what 45 is doing. He's been doing a lot of dark magic, which is why he put a lot of people under the spell, the same way that Hitler did back in Germany. So with that being said, here the Eight of Pentacles is saying that it feels like time is catching up to him, but it's going to manifest in the form of health rather than that of somebody attempting to do something huge. But we're going to take a look at that and see if maybe there is a little bit more information because there is different possibilities and plausibilities. And I'm going to ask my guy, give me the 3 most likely outcomes that's going to happen on Sunday, and we'll take a look at each. And here you have here him trying to hold on to power, which means that in some point in time when he had a health crisis, getting at last time, like towards the end of his presidency in 2021, what's it called? I'm getting the hospital in DC. I don't know the name of it, but he had a health episode, and he had to cover that up, and it's going to reemerge in this aspect here. And this is the devil, and the devil is coming up as 45, and it's saying that yeah, he looked and appears better and fine because he's been working on it, but whatever he's working on is going to be uprooted. So it doesn't matter what he did or whatever he did to try to slow down his progression, it's going to reemerge once again. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to act is we're going to ask about the 3 most likely outcome. And I'm going to go from there. Because I feel like there's a lot more to uncover in this video, and I feel like it's not one thing specifically. I feel like a multitude of different things are happening. So let me see. Spirit angels tell me what are the 3 most likely outcomes to happen at the game on Sunday. What are the 3 most likely outcomes to occur? What are likely to happen? Okay, the first outcome. Okay, second outcome. Third outcome. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. I want to help. Okay, so this is what they're telling me. This is how they explained it to me. This one is an attempt. Okay, this is the attempt. This one is authoritarians, and then this is, well, fascism, whatever you want to call it, but it's like it shows up here. And then this one is talking about his health. So these are the 3 most likely outcomes. And as you can see here clearly, none of which indicates peace. Because the world is upside down. None of it on Sunday seems like it's going to be peaceful because there's going to be no victory. I wonder if the game is going to get cut short. We have the Tower card. So we're going to take a look and see what's going on with his attempt. Okay, they're actually telling me to read from the bottom up. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to read his health first, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so the first thing that we get here is we have the Chariot card. This is my ambulance card. The first thing I got was that whatever he does up until Sunday, he does something that is going to backfire on him karmically. So possibly this is referring to an executive order relating to health and how the funding in healthcare works. So I do feel like, in a way, he trying to get to an ambulance, but something happened and it just kind of gets deviated or whatever, like transportation-wise, he could be going off the rails. It could actually be like a car accident. Could be something like that, something as simple like that. I'm also getting airplanes. So there could be something with the airplanes as well. It could be like Not exactly like a 9/11, but it could be somewhat similar to that. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 are cup diverse, which means we're not looking at the bigger picture, we're looking at the small picture. So whatever it is, it's saying that whatever 45's health is like on this day is something minor compared to the bigger picture. Despite what we talked about earlier in today's video. It's saying that maybe we're possibly were looking at it from a different perspective, and we were looking at it from a small lens, a small perspective, when it's actually a lot bigger than just 45 himself. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is telling me something is going to come in the air. Something is coming from the air, but also from the ground simultaneously. What the hell? So I'm seeing like trucks or cars, and they're coming in to the stadium, but then something also is flying above. And it has to do with like the energy or the frequency, something with energy. Something has to do with all that something's happening, that's for sure. But it's like hard to describe it because it almost feels like I'm seeing like military trucks, and I'm not seeing like okay, now I'm actually seeing like military planes. Oh, great. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to read on that too. All right, so here the next thing is we have 4 of stores. This means like a health episode, like something with health. This is normally like back COVID or disease card. This is kind of like what it felt like. It felt like in this card here, it's like a disease outbreak, like disease or vexation, like infecting people within the stadium. It's infecting people in the stadium. Because it could be an outbreak. This could be what it is. Because these could be indicating outbreak, but because I said that something comes from the ground and also comes from the sky. Very weird. Very weird. And then here we have the 3 of cups reversed. This is not a time for celebration. Well, no, obviously. I mean, who are we celebrating? I mean, really. Okay, let's take a look. Here we have the next one, which is this is authoritarianism. This might actually give us a better perspective why I kept seeing military trucks and airplanes in my third eye as I started talking about this card. We have here fighting, which is the 5 of wands. Right, fighting. Then it's followed by the Ace of Cups. Followed by the US presidency, which is the star card, the president. Followed by something being weighing down authoritarianism, fascism, and ideology, and here are people at the stadium. Regardless of what it is, it feels like there's a clearing out. I feel like there's a clearing out because people are not celebrating the game, and neither is this one here, which tells me the game has to be stopped. Because we have the 5 of wands, followed by the Ace of Cups. And Ace of Cups is essentially telling me here that there is game. So while the fighting is going on, whatever's going on, the game is still continuing at this point in time. The game is still continuing. But then the president must get up and speak. So I guess he's going to get a speech or he's going to get a time slot. And this is his time slot. Now we're talking about the authoritarian fascism where we go hard into this forecast where he just takes off that illusion. He goes up into, just a type of America, that type of scenario. This would be shown in this outcome. These are all most likely outcomes. But things can change tomorrow. I want to keep that in mind. We have here something being weighing down, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles reversed. I wonder if this is indicative of authoritarian regime, but him actually getting these people cheering him on, and while they're cheering him on, people are getting locked up. Yeah, that's kind of like what it looks like. It looks like he's gonna have ICE is gonna be there possibly, and ICE could be locking people up, and he's like cheering them on, like he's so happy about it. He's like, "Look what I did for you," blah blah blah. The kind of like the ambiance that I'm getting, like it's that arrogance, that overconfidence. This is the authoritarian approach. It's where he's gonna make a speech that's gonna be hateful. He's gonna remove himself from that illusion that he gave his own supporters. And then he just said, "Welcome to this type of new America, this new idea, this new ideology," and he's locking people up. The next one here, which is the attempt, which is the Tower card reversed, which means minor event, right? A minor event. but it had to do something directly with the White House. Had to do something with the White House. Okay, and it had to do with a new leader. This is a new leader. This is a new leader. This could be also be indicating on 45 because he is the new leader. But it could be also talking about JD Vance or someone else being the new leader. But like I said, it kind of felt like he's not in control anymore. Someone else is in control of his own path. And here we have is the Five of Pentacles reverse, not walking away. And then here we have the Ten of Swords. And it feels like if something was to happen, he would die on the scene rather than being sent to the ambulance, which is also indicative here because the Chariot card is also reversed, which means the ambulance is reversed, which tells me that the health in this aspect means that he does not make it to the hospital if something was to happen. Here we have, in these two cards, here we have the Five of Pentacles, and now we're reading it from different perspectives, trying to see what the general consensus is. But here we have the Five of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed. This is indicative of a smaller picture and people not willingly wanting to walk away, but are walking away from this. So there's some sort of hardship. That's something that we're not seeing from a bigger picture. We're looking at things from a minor lens. We're not looking at things at a bigger lens. And that's a big problem because in order to understand what's going on at the game, we're seeing a small perspective, a small thing. This is important because it indicates how TV and everything works, because everything is through the lens of a camera. Well, the lens of the camera can only go so far wide, so you're not going to see the big picture. It makes sense that this is talking about TV. Now, we go into the Page of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, which means this is like the new leader. Just tell me here this is 45. This is not JD Vance because the Ace of Pentacles means handing over control to the next individual. It's reversed, which means the Page of Wands is telling me this is 45. What is going on with 45? This has to do with the Four of Wands and the Four of Swords, which is telling me something revolving around health and something going on internally within the White House, whether that is the health of the nation, the health of his own, of the health of the leader. Here we have the Tower card and the lack of celebration, which is represented by the Three of Cups reversed, and the Tower card reversed, which means something minor is happening, but not something big and explosive. Now, going through this way, here we have the Tower card reversed, and fighting, which means that something does erupt, whether that is the manifestation of the physical or the metaphysical, something is erupting. Here we do have is followed by the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups, which means with the Four of Waters here, actually 5 water like little loops coming down. But it's saying here that there is an outpouring of support, or there's support here, possibly while this is currently going on. Now keep this in mind. The Tower card reversed and the Five of Wands here could just be indicating the game. Right? Because the game is two people coming together to fight so that they can win for their team. Keep that in mind as well. This does not mean that something major might be happening. It might just be meaning the game is playing. I want to look at it from that perspective too. And, we have the next card here, the Page of Wands, the president, right? The new leader, who is the president, with the Five of Coins reversed, with something being rained down, which means there's a speech of some type. It has to do with the national anthem, possibly there's a fall of the national anthem. Maybe it might be, what they call it? A new song, possibly. It might cause a scandal. Here we have the Ten of Swords here with the reverse Ten of Pentacles, which again is indicating to me that there's a loss to the home city. So whoever is this home base, that party is going to be the one that loses. So whatever one that is defending his home territory in the game will be the party, be the game, I don't know, the team that loses. That's really the word I'm saying. I'm not a sports guy. I know nothing about sports. Now, reading it from a entirely different perspective. Now, let's take a look and see, okay, what if this Tower card reversed and the Five of Wands upright indicates the game itself? Well, let's take a look and look at what's going on in the game. Here we have the Tower card reversed, followed by the game, people fighting, which is, competition, competitive. And here we have the Chariot card. We have a very tight game. Tight game. You don't know exactly who's winning. Here we have is followed by the Four of Wands, which is further enabled by the Ace of Cups. So somebody's going to score a home run. I don't know if that's how that game works, but if it does, there's going to be a big victory for that party. But it's not going to be one that puts the final nail in the coffin just yet. It's just going to be like, it's like an inning or whatever. And underneath here, we have the Nine of Cups reverse, which tells me this is a smaller picture. I feel like the TV is going to catch some of it, but not going to catch it because it's going to be it's going to happen like in the blink of a second. Whenever this is called, it's going to happen so quickly, it goes unnoticed or not seen. Here we have the Page of Wands, Which is that president card again. An opportunity for the president, but he's going to be offered to speak, but he might not even speak. Now, this is all different plausibilities. So I guess at this point in time, we're looking at 4 different outcomes: attempts, authoritarianism, health, and when all this is combined, we're looking at the general picture here, looking at from the bigger picture. This is talking about here, he might be given the microphone, but he might not want to speak because possibly there's something that's going on internally. Remember we talked about the throat, him not being able to speak, or maybe he's having throat issues in his throat chakra. That could be what that could be indicating. Maybe they want him to speak, but he's not wanting him to speak. Here we have it, the 5 of Pentacles reversed with the showdown with the death of the home party. So this has to do with the game, the whatever game this is. I don't know where the game's being held. I know nothing about it. I know nothing about the game. This is a blind reading. But wherever it is, whoever is the one that's playing at the home base is the one that's going to lose. So there's that. And then here we have the 10 of Swords, followed by the 10 of Pentacles reversed, and lack of celebration. So whatever it is, this could be a major event. But it looks like more so than anything, it looks like the game kind of closes off. There's a big gap between the two players, or the two teams. One's going to be the victorious one. The one is not going to be so victorious. So that's what I'm getting. I don't see a victory here for the party in his home base. We do have here the world is upside down, though, with the Emperor, which is 45. Followed by the Justice card reversed, which means the lack of justice. And here we have a betrayal of something. A betrayal of 3 of Swords. Now, for those of you guys who are wondering if the attempt or something's going to happen in his life, I'm going to say no because this is the 8 of Cups, which tells me no. So I'm going to say, I'm going to trust my gut here, what I said originally in the beginning of the video. No. I don't see it when I put all 3 outcomes to put it all together to make the bigger picture. It looks like it's pretty much just talking about the game. And that although we entertain and look at all 3 different plausibilities and possibilities, it looks like the game itself is just kind of going on as it should. And that the Tower card, because it's reversed, is just indicating to me that it's just something minor. And it's just telling me that the fighting card, which is the 5 of Wands, is just indicative of just saying, hey, listen, they're just being competitive, they're playing a game. Now, we did give you other outcomes, other plausibilities and possibilities, but I don't see anything specifically major. But I'm going to use a different tarot deck and see maybe it might just be, this deck might not be giving the right information, because maybe it's not reading the energy at play. So we're going to use this and see if anything's happening. Like I said, I read independently from what I personally believe and what I see, but I try to be open to whatever the cards say, not what I want it to say. Right? I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Same thing for me. I tell myself what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. All right, so Spirit Angels will tell me about what is going on Sunday at the sporting event where 45 is attending. What's going on in the sporting event where 45 is attending? What is on the distant horizon? Child. No, nothing. It's going to go as expected. It's going to go as expected. And here we have a change, number 9. So I did say that there was a change in something going on this specific day, but there could be a change in occupation or the way that we do things in the United States. The occupation. Then we have here the main theme of reverse, followed by the family realm. So now I don't see gap here either. I don't see like a major event. I just see like, how's the best way to word it? It's a major event for the United States because it indicates the shift and the dynamic just change the course for the United States, but it's not one that indicates a change for the president himself. So the president is fine. But the first card that we get here is the bad health reverse. Might not be bad health that we were talking about earlier. It might just be something we're picking up internally from him, but it might be not manifested on this day. It just might be like the game. Here we have the thoughts, right? It's just thoughts, but it's empty thoughts. So I don't see anything here yet. Nothing is giving me the bamboozle, nothing. Here we have toil and labor. People are entertaining themselves rather than actually working, which is completely fine, of course, but I don't want it to sound like I'm being condescending here. Here we have High Honor. There's going to be some boos. I don't think a lot of people are going to appreciate him being there. High Honor, this is 25. We know the year 2025 is not a High Honor year. We all know that. Underneath that bad health, we have Community in reverse. So it has nothing to do, I don't think a lot of people are going to be injured. No, I don't see anything. Underneath the dot, though, we have unexpected income. No, I don't see anything with money, anything being transferred there. However, I do feel underneath the what's it called, the entertainment card with the toil and labor reverse, is followed by the lovers card, which just means people are just coming together, just kind of having a good time. I don't really see any negative yet. Here we have the distant horizon underneath the high honor. What's coming soon? We have the child, right? The child, the innocence. And then we have the marriage, the ending of the marriage. So what does that mean? We all know that when a parent divorces, the child normally gets stuck with the burden, or sometimes, depending on how the parents respond, they may treat the child as their partner. Just kind of like say, oh, well, that's part of my partner. I don't want to associate myself with that child, even though that is your child in itself. People sometimes tend to see the child as something of an outcast, something that they don't want to associate themselves with or even love because they are afraid that they themselves will get the same treatment. It's like a trauma response. But it's that illusion being cast that's being ended. It's again that it's that distant horizon, it's that childlike innocence and the marriage ending, which means that illusion is broken. So whatever it is, there's an illusion that's happening, it's ending on Sunday. That's what I'm gonna go stick with. I'm gonna stick with that. Okay, so the game is gonna happen as it is. There might be a short ending, it might be a short game, but I don't see anything in terms of like not like death or anything like that, but I think it's time for me to act is it martial law, because that really there's a change here. Doesn't indicate death, doesn't indicate anything like that. It could just be simply martial law. So I'll take a look. Let's see. Um, okay, tell me to use the same deck. So I guess we're gonna use the same deck. Spirit Angel tell me, is 45 going to declare martial law on Sunday during the game? Or after the game or whatever. Is 45 going to declare martial law on Sunday? We have here toil and labor, entertainment. We know the game is playing. What's the top of the deck here? We have the mature man. What's he 45? He's being represented by expectation. So what is he expected to do? We have something that's not of high honor. That's not a surprise. And here we have the marriage, the illusion is ending. And here we have the final one, a message. So he's going to give out a message to the people. And yeah, this is him. He's going to give out a message to the people about a journey or a new change coming to the United States. A change, a shift, a journey. And it's on the distant horizon. So like I said, I feel like if anything, it's more so like a speech than anything else. So if you go into declare martial law, it could. If it's part of that journey that he's talking about, then yeah, I would say he could. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I don't. Again, like I said, I don't see an attempt. I don't see. I see somewhat health issues, but that's kind of like behind the scenes. In terms of his, of course, energy shifting and changing the dynamic, going from like, I mean, it just feels like the United States it just shifts like entirely. We keep shifting and shifting and shifting. So we're shifted on this day. So we're going to a new path starting Sunday. Something changing, which means all the tarot cards, some of the stuff that we read on in the past might not be of the same timeline anymore. We might change into a new timeline. So keep that in mind going forward. Now, under here we have the concern card reverse. So it's not much to be concerned about, but we do have the spare. 32 with 33. With the reversed privileged lady. With the privileged man. Okay, this might be Elon. And then here's followed by the family room, the values. maybe the American values, the way things that represent us as Americans, the very core of it might be challenged on Sunday. It might just be the end of American lifestyle of some way. I don't, like I said before, I don't see death. I don't see anything like that. I just see a death in the metaphysical sense, in the spiritual sense, in the energies of the United States and the people there and surrounding 45 and all that. It's the end of the way it used to be. Is essentially what he's saying. It's the end of the way things used to be and the start of something new. So no, I don't think anything big in terms of like a big massive event, but more so in the high state of just things changing and shifting around, the way we perceive everything, the illusion that's being cast is kind of fall. That's really all I see. I don't really see. I mean, despite what I said earlier, I guess that was the minor. We were looking at the three little rows or columns. We were looking at those rows and we were saying, okay, these are likely three outcomes. But when you take it from a bird eye perspective, instead of looking at everything from one column, you take a look at the bigger picture. You start to see it's a regular game, right? Sometimes when you take a step out and you take a step back and you look at it from a different perspective entirely, you see an entirely different world. So there's that. We'll see what timeline we enter into Sunday. But Sunday is going to be a timeline shift, depending on what timeline do we shift into. But anyway, guys, I love you. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you all soon. Until then, peace out.